big week shaping up this week for Juventus as we're going to take a look at the 3 moves that would have a big play in shaping up their 23-24 squad that could go down this week. More mercato rumblings and then some big news from Tuttosport that, if it's true, would change the entire landscape of European football. All right, so let's get into it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. I'm Alberto. Let's rock. We're going to kick things off with what's going to make this a big week for Juventus. 3 moves potentially going down. The first one, of course, is Parisi, a player that Juventini really want to join the squad, and everybody seems to be behind this particular move. Now, there are 2 youngsters going back the other way, and that's potentially Ranocchia and Barnechea. The domino effect for Juventus in the mercato starts with this deal. I highlighted this yesterday on the live podcast, which got very spicy and intense towards the end. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. But this one is a big domino effect because of the youngsters involved. So one, even just one of them, but especially 2, has a big effect and change on what Juve does in other moves, namely Fratesi, because we know what Sassuolo is valuating Fratesi at, and that it's high for Juventus. They would have to have bargaining chips put in there. If you're losing 2 of these youngsters, both of these that Sassuolo was interested in, this makes the Fratesi move pretty much done, in my opinion, that we can't make it happen, all right? But that's okay, because there's another name creeping up that Juve has been pushing for all along, according to my sources, but we'll talk about it, all right? Milik deal set to be finalized this week, the €7 million purchase. He will be back with Juventus for the 23-24 season, according to all the news we got, and Romeo Gresti going as far last week to just confirm it done, all right? Now, Castagne, his name has picked up a lot of steam over the past 3 or 4 days. There are still other targets that are lingering around at the right back, but this one's got the most steam, and this is the one that some are calling to be finalized this week, all right? Now, we have to get into the other news. Fratesi, like I said, the Parisi one's going to have a big effect on that move, but Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, my sources, when nobody was talking about Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, I said, hey, I'm still hearing that Juve's pushing hard to bring him in. Then all of a sudden, again, 2 days later, that's usually when it is. I'll get my Alberto bombs or whatever. 2-3 days later, you start hearing it from some of these other guys. Sergei Milinkovic-Savic still in play for Juventus, all right? What we're hearing today is that Rovella could be used as a bargaining chip, all right? Now, if Rovella is used as a bargaining chip, for me, that's a no-go on this move. I think this move should be able to get finalized even without using him. You've got Pellegrini, who they want to retain. Find a way to make this move and sort it out. You got to come out of pocket a bit. Well, you're looking at selling some guys too. Players' will is going to have a big part of this as well in terms of bringing Sergei Milinkovic-Savic in. Really comes down to the players' will on guys like Vlahovic and Chiesa. I feel like Vlahovic is really a piece Juve's looking to sell. Chiesa, we're hearing rumors today, Bayern, Chelsea, Newcastle all interested, but for me, and we're hearing this, that Juve has no intentions of selling Federico Chiesa. Comes down to his will. Obviously, he's going to take a little bit of a holiday break, and then we'll see. But you would have to think if he wanted to transfer, his request would be put in already. And from Juve's standpoint, they would want to know immediately and have this piece of business done. All right. Same with Vlahovic. Vlahovic, though, I do believe Juventus has him on the market and does want to sell just to help the books, because they are going to try to make a major push on the books. So Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, depending on the deals that we have outgoing there, I don't see Rovella as having to be a piece that we have to put in there to finalize the deal. And in my 2 cents, I would not do it if that's what it came down to. But you guys know the drill. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. Manna set to get a contract renewal with Juventus to 2025. He is obviously overlooking everything. All the news we seem to get is that it's a done deal between Juventus and Giuntoli. We're just not quite sure when he's going to be able to join, but the latest rumors suggest that it could be the end of this month and there will be something finalized with Juventus and Napoli. Maybe Juventus has to step in a bit to get him over here. I would not be surprised if he has been working a bit with Manna. I wouldn't be surprised. But We have to still wait to see if Gentoli joins, but Manna's going to get his contract renewal. And with the work he did with Next Gen, much deserved. Now, Tutto Sport, we're going to wrap up on this rumor. They suggest that with the European ban expected for both Barcelona and Juventus, they are going to be invited to the Saudi Champions League. Now, if this goes down and this is accepted by Barca and Juventus, and they do this, obviously you would have to imagine big paydays for those clubs to join in that competition. But if this goes down, that changes things a lot. Now all of a sudden it's not Super League versus UEFA and Champions League. Now all of a sudden you got the Saudi Champions League, and if they're having big paydays, this is something that's already there, established, that changes and is not all of a sudden the Super League. It's this. It's not exactly enticing for me. It's not very intriguing as far as level of play goes and whatnot. And I'm down for whatever makes Juve a lot of money to help us get out of this rut or whatnot. But I feel like this would yet again be picking your lane. And I think that if you were to go down and do this, what makes me hesitant is, again, the aftermath. Like, what is our end goal? Are we making moves and joining things just strictly for the financial gains, or are we actually looking to do something? Because if you're looking to do this, even for this season, there are going to be repercussions from UEFA. And then all of a sudden, if now your end goal was to get back into Champions League and whatnot and get there and stay in there annually, compete in that, try and win that, this move would kind of crush that until Ceferin's gone, and then you can mend relationships again. So this is a very interesting one. But if it's true, and if something like this were to go down, would have major implications on European football. It's crazy, but the Saudis are coming in hard, and they are throwing a lot of money around. Everybody, what's your thoughts on this one? For me, I am very hesitant on what we do from here on out on something until it's guaranteed. Let someone else be the guinea pigs. That's how I feel. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. All right, like the video, subscribe to the channel, but best part of all, mixing it up with all of you. Let me know in the comment section what you think of all the news you heard today and how you feel so far about this current mercato and the rumors we are hearing. All right, as always, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.